Philip, hey, it's Casey, your Asian Auto Service. We're doing an assessment on a Porsche 930 for an engine reseal. It's got some oil leaks and some concerns. First off the bat, we've done a cylinder leakage test and we got the car running. The car runs and drives out fine. So we went a little deeper, done cylinder leakage. On the process of before getting cylinder leakage off, before doing cylinder leakage, we pulled this off. And you can notice here somebody's rigged this to hold the intercooler on. You can see it's broken. Also, some of these hoses are in really bad shape. We're going to have to find and replace those. Because they're specific, they are hard to find, and if we do find them, usually they're pretty expensive and we have to wait on them. So then we'll select which ones to replace. If we can replace them with domestic hose, we will, but hose like that, because of that 90-degree swoop bend in it, you can't put a regular hose on it. It has to be that hose. And you can see here where it's broken there, and somebody's put helical threads back in it. That's going to have to be repaired. That's not going to hold, very, very long. Cylinder leakage numbers came back not good, which indicates there's a problem with the motor. The oil loss is all on the right side. The bad cylinder leakage numbers are all on the right side as well. 4, 5, and 6 is the right bank. 4 was at 14%, 5 was at 62%, and 6 was at 55% loss. So it's not working efficiently at all, and it's all head and guides. And when I say head and guides, it's where the cylinder meets the cylinder head. That, like where a head gasket would be, that's where it's leaking. And if you look, those numbers, and you look underneath here, you kind of understand exactly what's going on. It's all that oil is being pushed out right there where the cylinder and head meet. You look at the left bank, it's pretty dry. The right bank's wet. Also notice that the exhaust is in rough shape at best. It's not unusable, but if you ever thought about upgrading the exhaust, now would be the time. Also got some cracks going into the collector before the turbo. There's a big crack there, and there's a crack here. So we'll have to at least weld that up to address it at minimum, and then clean all that up, of course. The other thing we noticed is CV boots. One boot's been replaced over there, I think, and we've got both inner boots busted here and here, and that one's pretty close. You can see the dry rot cracks in it there. I don't know if my light's washing it out, but you can see. So you need 3 CV boots and possibly a joint. I would say right now, though, my best guess would be that you don't need it, because on the test drive it drove out fine. I didn't hear any CV noise, so we'd probably get away with just grease and some joint and some boots. In the front, we noticed that the battery area has got some rust that you need to address when we replace the battery. It had some corrosion in there from gas venting from the battery and eating the metal up. We replaced the battery with an advanced class matte battery, an AGM battery, an Optima battery, and they are sealed and they don't vent. They're the best thing to put in this type of car. Tires are pretty old. You're going to have to address that. They're, I think, 01, 02. So they got good tread, but they're hard as a rock. So you're going to need some tires too. But back to the engine, the assessment looks like we know we're more than just a reseal. It's not, seals are not going to just fix this. I know it needs a valve job at this point. I know that that this side over here, there's going to be more to the story that we don't know yet, and we won't know until we get inside. But the purpose of the assessment is to figure out how much money you're going to spend before we get started on this, so you can kind of adjust your finances for that. If you have any questions, you can give me a call, 205-251-9263. Casey, your Asian Auto Service.